excuse me, Veera, 1 minute. I'll give 5, at 5 I will give green. Green will be at 5, yellow will be at 6 minutes, and red will be at 7 minutes, and 30 seconds period. You need to complete it.
The world is heading for a major water crisis. Scientific estimates reveal that roughly half of the world's population shall be deprived of access to the fresh water by the year 2050. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. I shall take you on with the structure wherein the existing fresh water, what is the amount of the fresh water that is available, how and to what amount this quantity is being consumed, and what is the outcome, and subsequently how it can be conserved further or reduced further in our utilization, as well as to ensure that this is used for the certain amount of quantity is being left for the future generations. As you all aware, around 70% of the Earth's surface is filled with water, and among that comprises most amount is the oceans and the seas, which is saline in nature. This comprises around 97% of the water is saline, and you are left with only 3% of these for your purposes, for your usages. This 3%, out of this 3%, almost 2%, 1.8 to 2% is locked as ice caps and glaciers, which is very less consumed, and the balance left out around 1 to 1.2% is among lakes, swamps, the rivers, and the groundwaters. Among these, lakes forms, if you magnify this 1%, lakes forms almost 69% of the water available, and almost 30% is from the swamps, and only 1% is from the rivers. We are having almost 227 biggest rivers, and this comprises throughout the world only around 1% of the usage. In terms of the percentage, decimal percentage of the overall water that is being consumed by us is somewhere falling at around 0.8% of fresh water which is available on the earth, and only around 0.3 or 0.4% is being consumed for all the purposes. Going with that, it is being used for the purpose of irrigation, industries, domestic use, and so on. Taking up for the irrigation consumes around 70% of the water that is available on the earth, fresh water that is available on the earth. Out of this 70%, in the present era, to see that the food stocks are made available, rich nutrients are being utilized by various industries in order to ensure that the harvest is taken before the normal natural season of the harvesting. Due to this, they are utilizing lot amount of fertilizers to enrich and having rich amount of nutrients in it. Now, this as an agriculture runoff is leaving some sediments in the soil, due to which there is a large quantity of compositions like nitrates and phosphorus, which is forming or getting carried away along with the water bodies in the ground. And this, as it is progressing for the last 15 to 20 years, as per the reports of the United Nations World Water Development Report, we have a statistics that around 36% of the nitrates are part of the groundwater, which is quite harmful for the human beings. Going for the industries consume almost 15 to 20% of the available water, and this 20% which is being utilized, as you all are aware that water doesn't disappear. It changes its form from one one form to another. Now, this utilization of the water in the industries, subsequent to the utilization of the water in the industries, the outcome from the industries varies. In most of the developed countries, as per the report, the treatment that is being put in place, that is water treatment or so, that is being put in place, is quite feasible enough to ensure that the water which is being discharged from these industries or being again introduced into the ground and also into the other water bodies, thereby not polluting much. Whereas for the other developing as well as the underdeveloped countries, the amount of the water that is being discharged and the rate at which it is being discharged is having a lot amount of polluted in it. The treatment is not complete, and in few of the cases the treatment is not at all done. So this is creating a huge impact on the water. Coming to the point of the domestic use of this water. In this domestic use, now one of the major part that is being played in this domestic purpose is the sewage. Sewage is polluting the atmosphere, and almost 2.5 billion people around the world are deprived of well improvised sanitation, due to which a large amount of lakes and rivers is being polluted due to this. Now, how this can be improved? These pollutions can be improved. Now, going with the irrigation, if you go with the drip irrigation, so there is a lot amount of water that can be conserved, saved. And coming to the industries, if you put a treatment in mechanism, water treatment in mechanism, so there is a lot amount of water that can be saved. And if we go to the domestic usage, as per the United Nations report, it is around 15 to 20 liters should be consumed for the bathing, and cooking, it's around 20 to 25 liters should be consumed per person. Now, at an average, as per the report, it is around 70 liters that is being consumed per person. So you can save around 50 buckets of water per person per day. There is a report as per the United Nations, which there is a body which has been established by the United Nations, and 22nd of March every year is being observed as World Water Day. Just I request all my colleagues to take up this awareness and to spread it around the people that you come in contact, because it is only one little earth which has to be saved for the future generations. Thank you.